possible. I have to want to either not care about others' misconception of me, or to want to even give them a misconception. Yeah, I'm gonna go live on Instagram if nobody ever watched the YouTube. I'm gonna start a new YouTube channel. See, I don't want to go live on Instagram because, like, you want to like curate. It's a bird's nest. You want to curate. I'd rather go live on YouTube here. You want to curate your IG, make it look really nice. Only put the top shit on there. TikTok doesn't fucking matter. Post whatever you want 100 times a day. YouTube, they're big on sounds. Like, you can't use sounds, music on YouTube that much. Compared to the other two. But I wanted to go live because I wanted to say thank you to Jim the Piercer. But I guess I'll just make a video. That's the easiest. Just I have a microphone. I'll just make a video and that reaches the most amount of people by far. I hurt my toe really bad. I ran into a telephone pole. Going like 20 miles an hour. It broke the pedal of my bike, but I fixed it. You know, I was just driving down a regular street and a car drove up behind me super fast and just honked. And I was like, dear Lord. Unless you're running to the hospital, bitch. What the fuck? Would you ever drive behind somebody in a car while they're on a bike? Well, why are you guys looking at me? They're 100 yards away, they're staring me down. But if you were driving on an e-bike 20 miles an hour down the middle of a neighborhood street and you were in a car, would you ever drive up right behind the e-bike and honk your horn? Like, how entitled? Would you do that? I don't think I ever would. That's kind of insane. Damn, you can slow down, psycho. They don't even slow down. They're like, if I hit you, you're a delivery driver, so what? That's you, that's your everything, because you have that red backpack. You get more credit in Texas, like, you have more of in Hawaii, you have more of like a history or story or circumstance. In Texas, I forgot that, and that's how it was growing up. You know, it's like, you wear glasses, you're a nerd. You know, like they're very like simple, and like whatever they see, that's it. You know, and they love to see, aka stare. Thanks for the likes there. I'd like to just, you know, stream on YouTube. I'm gonna start a new channel, Austin Eats, because even though there's supposedly thousands of people that follow this channel, obviously, you know, but you know, the content on YouTube, it's pretty popular, where, you know, they set up a GoPro and do the editing, you know, Casey Neistat style, and like I'm gonna copy mine off of their channels, except I'm a lot more interesting. And some of them have like drones that follow them around, like when they're doing the deliveries and stuff. So that's something that's gonna make it like really fun and interesting, that I'm looking forward to. But also continuing upgrading and everything. So I'll say thank you again to Jen the Piercer. She helped me out a lot in Hawaii when I was feeding the hundreds of cats every day. She was like my top donator for some time. And she sent me a message earlier. She's like, hey, your Amazon wish list isn't working, but let me get you that e-bike. And I was like, awesome. And so I ordered it just earlier. It was $420. And it's gonna take a couple weeks to get here, but it's way better than this bike. And I did all the research, and it's made by the same company, this bike. This is the U1 e-bike. The one I just ordered is the U4, and it has a basket on the back, which is one of the best things, other than the extended battery where I can make more than one delivery at a time. It's a great boost, as JR would say, because it has a basket, so I don't have to carry around this degrading huge red backpack wherever I go, like I'm a fucking EMS, like, I'm coming, I got your tacos, you know. And it's got to be one of the most degrading things I've ever done. Just the red backpack and me being like 6'3". Snow cone stand?
Have you seen one open over here?
No.
I haven't seen one in a long time.
It's a good idea though, yeah.
Okay.
So, I could use a snow cone, yeah. Nice neighborhood, but I'm actually in front of the projects though, so I actually shouldn't be right here. I'm like, nice neighborhood. I look up, I'm like, oh, government housing. Never mind. Let's go. Dude, that guy was just staring me the fuck down. What the hell? That guy, the guy in an old like truck, like a gangster guy, like starts slowing down, like he's gonna, just so interested in me. Like, what else am I supposed to do except look confused? Same with her. I wasn't even in the street. She stopped like I'm the main next character in her movie or something. Like, I'm on the sidewalk. Say they don't make a big deal about me. It's not accurate. Objective reasoning, analytical evidence, direct evidence. Nothing circumstantial. I'm basing this on real life behavior. Seeing as those cats are there. All right. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a video for my good friend Jen the Piercer, who was so kind to send me the money for a new e-bike. So while there's very little viewers here on YouTube and no orders here, I gotta be productive. I can't just drive around doing nothing. I have to be productive. It's a great quality I have. I have to get things accomplished. And I can't work at a job where I'm not like, where I'm just doing busy work. I was teaching here in Texas, and a lot of the teaching was just busy work. It was like, just collecting a paycheck. And if you're not using your capabilities to the best of your ability, then what's the point of having them? And that's wasted potential. And if there's one thing that I will look back on regardless is wasted potential. And so at this age, at least I got to the point like, hey, let's not waste any of this potential. Hey, John Flake, you still listening? Big deal about what? The camera? It's a big deal that a nice person... Oh, no, the camera, it doesn't matter. They don't notice the camera. It's attached to my steering column. The big deal is me just existing. People make a big deal about me. Wherever I'm at, whatever situation. Like, if you didn't get the memo, people make a big fucking deal about me. It doesn't matter what. Wherever I go, it doesn't matter if it's a college classroom, it doesn't matter if it's a restaurant, it doesn't matter if it's a kill toning filming. Hey, there's 200 comedians there. Some of them are famous. But hey, even the famous ones, guess who's they're fucking interested in? Mr.G. Reminds me that the one dude, they have a podcast I was going to call into because they were talking about Howley on the podcast. I could have made up that word Howley. I'm like, I've never heard anybody in Texas use the word Howley, okay? And in reference, they were talking about getting a tattoo and the thing. It's like, whoa, you guys are like the celebrities and you're fucking watching my Kill Tony bomb, right? Say people don't make a big deal about me. You're insane. I wish that was the case. One of the reasons I moved back to Texas is because people make a big deal about me. That's what I said. I said I wanted to be a small fish in a big pond, And one good thing about Austin is a lot of people, they try to, they think really highly of themselves. Here, let's just keep working here. Fuck it. You guys want to come with me on some deliveries? I'll probably get one here in a little bit. Okay. Hey man, yeah, I don't need to argue it. I was once an extra in a movie, Idiocracy, right? There were famous actors there. There were extras there. I was like in between the extras and the famous actors. I'm in the Costco scene, right? It was filmed here in Austin, Idiocracy. You can watch it and see me. Hey, thank you, Aquarius. Aloha. You know me way back. But even way back when I was in the movie Idiocracy, I was supposed to go there 2 days of filming, but I didn't go back the second day because the fucking they couldn't decide if I was allowed to sit on the extra side or with the regular actors, and they because the extras were just fucking making the biggest deal about my existence, and I wish that wasn't the case, I wish that wasn't the case. I'm a dark empath. If I get on a bus, I can feel each individual's emotion. When I worked at a 7-Eleven, each customer that came in, I could sense things about them. That's when I realized, whoa, way back in 2008, when I worked at 7-Eleven, I realized whoa, I actually have a fucking power here. And if you don't believe me, then why is there a university in California offering me $250,000 to test my extrasensory perception? They have a bunch of tests. If I can do these tests, then they're offering me $250,000. But I haven't done the tests because I don't have that much control over it, to be honest. But we're talking about two separate things, actually. We're talking about why people make a big deal about me and me being a dark empath with extrasensory perception. So people make a big deal about me. The church is a great example. Idiocracy is a great example. hundreds of delivery drivers in central Austin on e-bikes like mine with this exact red backpack is a great example. I was hoping it would be a little different when I came here. I was hoping I would be a small fish in a big pond. Because who are we kidding? Hawaii, they went and they would stalk me. I couldn't feed the cats because they would be waiting out there to attack me. Everybody, the police, getting kicked off of buses, stuff like that. And so I'm like, yeah, I want to be a small fish in a big pond. And granted, Austin, everybody's so like, I'm Mr. Cool, too cool for school. You know, that they're like, okay, I'm like, you're too cool for school? Good. Leave me alone, you know? But, and so I thought it'd be, but it's not, because people still, like, Texans have a way of staring. I was talking about this in the last stream with Adam. Texans have a way of staring that's like, not in a mean way. Like in Hawaii, they call it the stink eye. Like, I hate you, you know? In New York, apparently they stare like, I hate you too. But in Texas, it's like a friendly, curious stare. And they're willing to go to all lengths to get this stare in. They're, like they could be in at a green light, and they'll know it's green. And they'll stop and continue to stop because I'm here existing with my little e-bike and my red backpack and my pink shirt. And believe me, Joe Biden whisper, I don't want the attention. I just want to deliver the fucking food. The guy that got out of the car started clapping and pointing and like, you're delivering food? Like he knows me? Oh, come on. I don't know him. He doesn't know me either. He knows that I'm a tall guy and he was a short guy, I guess. I don't know, but there was no connection there. So. Good enough for heaven. Ever lusted or hated everyone before? Ever lied or stolen before? Ever cursed? It sounds a bit like you're about to be blocked, Linnea. A Texas graduate? You sound like pretty dumb saying that, by the way. You don't sound very stoic. Because nobody says Texas graduate. Unless they're not from Texas. They say you graduated from UT. You should be doing a lot better with your life. Because there's Texas State, you know. You can, and that's a very low school compared to UT, you know. And I mean, my father taught at Texas State. I'm not a fan. I studied journalism at the University of Texas. They have the second-ranked journalism school in the United States. Upon graduation, I took the skills that I learned at the School of Journalism and applied them to my first book, a nonfiction memoir, an autobiography, if you will, which starts when I drop out of high school and ends when I graduate from the second-ranked journalism school in the United States, the University of Texas. Like I said, I took the skills I learned in said school and applied them to my first book. It's basically, essentially my final thesis. I spent 9 years on and off, writing, rewriting, editing my first book, Gonzo Education. I sent it to professors to read and criticize, and then rewrite again and again. And it's one of the hardest things, writing your first book. I'm currently working on my second book right now. No, I haven't. It's not about like going for masters. It's not about that. I went to school to prove a point. I hung out around the University of Texas for 10 years before actually being a student, if you read the book. And it's very rare for somebody to have dropped out of high school and then graduated from one of the original Ivy League universities, right? Nobody's ever done that. Very few. You might be able to find a few in the last 100 years. Very, very few. And so I knew if I had accomplished this feat and graduated from this school, then I would have a great story to write. And I did. I don't think it's perfect. Looking back, I would have done a better job writing my first book. There's a few things that are campy. It is self-published, but it's one of the most successful self-published books on Amazon. It's not? Yeah, it is. It's in the public library. Not very few self-published books are in the library. Well, my University of Texas degree is worth more than 99% of everybody else that goes to school there. For one, I put myself through school. It's a lot harder for me than anybody else. Without attending high school, the last math class I had was pre-algebra in 8th grade. The last Spanish class I had was Introduction to Spanish. For a degree in journalism, a bachelor's of journalism, a BJ, you have to get through the weeding out classes, the hardest classes at the University of Texas, which is like college calculus, college algebra, 4th level Spanish. Huh. You think that was easy for somebody that didn't go to high school, that didn't speak Spanish, walking in there, everybody speaking Spanish? My degree is going to live a lot longer than everybody else's degree, buddy. You're not ever going to have a book in the library, guy talking shit. But when we're both dead, my book is still going to be there and people are still going to be reading it. So I win, bitch. I fucking win. And that's just my first book. I'm working on my second book right now. Please don't call it a BJ. You're right, I shouldn't. I was in a Hawaii courtroom and I was the plaintiff trying to get a restraining order on somebody, and he had an attorney that was known for representing murderers and rapists. And the first question he asked me was, Gregory, is it true that you received a BJ at the University of Texas? And I'm like, I gave it a second for it to sit. I was like, yes, sir, I received a bachelor's of journalism, you know. But he was taking a clip from like a YouTube video from like 15 years ago where I was just like doing jokes or something. And I was joking. I was like, yeah, I got a BJ. I was like drinking wine or something. It was back when I was in Texas after like I was a student in Texas. But it was a disturbing experience in the Hawaii courtroom. Hey, but you know, I didn't do all that shit for nothing. I'm going to be writing about all of that. All of those Hawaii adventures, the hundreds of cats, all of the adventures. And the winners, they write history and they get the last laugh. So, I mean, I don't expect, you know, some troll on YouTube to understand, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm at work right now, motherfucker. I look stupid? Like you look at me and you're like, that guy's not intelligent. Because my whole life people have told me I look smart. So what is it? Like, it's fine you want to insult me, but like, can't you like do it with some intelligence? See how I turned that around on you, dumbass? You look down upon many? Who am I looking down upon? At least I have the ability to improve, right? I have the ability to change who I am. Most people my age aren't like that. I'm tuned in with the collective consciousness more than just about anybody. And partially that has to do with being a dark empath. Steven, there are almost 100, there just on TikTok there are 20,000 women that follow me. In the last 3 days, I've received almost $1,000 in donations from various women. Steven. Journalism in the United States at a journalism school, it's very stuck up. It's very highbrow. It's very exclusive. It's very female dominated. There were not any straight males in the journalism in any of my journalism classes. Maybe one other straight male that covered sports, a sports journalist. But other than that, it was all female, and very left leaning, very exclusive. The university, their journalism school has a 10%, 15% acceptance rate. So the only people that get in there are the ones, the only people that were able to transfer over, because they had a transfer program where they like have you go to a class and teach you about University of Texas and this and that, and how competitive it is, how difficult the classes are and everything. And the only people that had transferred over successfully were students that were either the editor of their high school newspaper or the editor of a college newspaper. And I was the editor of the ACC newspaper. And I was in the honors program at ACC. And those two factors right there, those really helped me out getting into this school, especially being, Caucasian, male. Well, I guess, I don't know, but like, talk about diversity, like I said, it was majority all female. So that's nice. I never met a good Steve or Steven. Like, they're always like hardcore losers or like sociopath jerks, right? Name one good one. There's not even any good famous Stevens. They're all like complete douchebags. Steven Tyler is the only one that comes to mind. Todd, that's a joke of a name too. Thank you, Sam Ali. Well, I mean, look who they're talking to. How many people have called me a legend? How many people have called them a legend? I guess maybe a dozen or so more people are, a lot of you are just YouTube. You guys haven't even heard of TikTok or any other social media. You're just like, YouTube. A lot of you are like that. I'm not talking shit, but how many times do I get, where you been, Mr.G? Oh, well, I've been on TikTok. I got 30 million views, and I made like 3,000 videos over there. I was live every day feeding hundreds of cats. Sometimes we had like 700 viewers at one time, But a lot of people, no offense, Aquarius, but even you've probably been like, hey, where you been? Like, what the fuck? I've been making crazy ass content every day for hours a day. Fucking, I'm not going there. It's a liquor store. I know I'm not getting any offers, but I'm not going to a liquor store. I hate fucking liquor stores. I don't want to buy alcohol. I don't want to promote it. It's fucking horrible. One reason why I like this job, because it makes me feel like a good Christian. They ride bikes and stuff. So YouTube, you want to feed my cats with me? We're not far from my house. Aquarius, you'd like to see the cats, huh? You want to see Kiana? Put the orders on pause. Oh man, I hurt my foot asshole dog. They have like retarded dogs next door. They like breed retarded dogs, like handicapped dogs that have problems with like non-stop bark. Some of the dogs are like all. From what I can see, that's what's going on. They breed handicapped dogs. Todd. Reminds me of Beavis and Butthead. Hey guys. You guys want some dinners? Let's eat some food. Thank you. Well, dogs take after their owners. So, if a dog's handicapped, it's likely their owner is also handicapped. If a dog barks a lot, it's likely their owner's loud. Hey, I'm Gigi. I like stuff. You guys want to eat some dinners? Man, I hurt my toe. I might have got a contusion. Who knows? I might have broken it. Not even known. I got into it with, people. I ran into a telephone pole. You got dogs? What are you right up here?
No,
The frame says hi.
I'm proud.
What are you doing with the kids? Honest to the story I told. What story are you talking about? The story that I told? Oh, okay. Well, I'm not upset with you questioning that, Linnea, because a few people do question that, and it's understandable. If somebody says that, that's the first thing you do. You're like, oh, are they crazy? But I'm telling you, I use objective reasoning and analytical evidence. praise Jen the Piercer. Thank God, and everybody else that's so kind that helps me and my cats. I go for a minute, pick your plate. Anything? Okay. Thank you. I will go. Big boys. The biggins. Oh, that's cool. I didn't take it insulting. It's understandable for people to think like that, you know. But in my particular case, it does resonate. Anyone that's around me for any considerable amount of time, you know, I didn't like just start saying these things. These are things that were repeated to me over years, where I consider them just not 100%, you know, from when other people mentioned it, but over the years, you know, testing it and saying, wow, you know, it's not the environment, it's me. People, for whatever reason, are very extremely polarizing, and you know, all eyes on me, whether you are good or bad. And it doesn't matter where I'm at, what city, what state, doesn't matter if I'm in Hawaii. And that's why I brought up the $250,000 from the California University. That's, you know, that's direct evidence. They wouldn't be offering, nobody would be offering me that much money if what I wasn't, there wasn't a hair of truth into what I'm saying. And I have, you know, I could show you the correspondence if you'd like. So Skittles. I used to love Skittles. Now I don't. I have a taste aversion to them now. I once ate a bag of half a bag of Skittles that in Hawaii that were been in the rain. Since then, I don't like them. I actually used to have a huge candy addiction that I've pretty much gotten over. So I was gonna grab my e-bike. I used to, for years, up until the last couple of years, I weaned myself by energy drinks. Yeah, it's okay. Thank God for Jen the Piercer. She's got me the U4 e-bike. That's the U1 that I'm using right now. So I mean, I shouldn't let these guys say the homeless person. He's okay because he's a person of color, so he's okay. Well, I don't like all the foods. Vegan Patriot Pet Care. There's a lot of pet services in Austin. They're really good with cats and bikes, e-bikes in Austin. They offer a $700 rebate for participating e-bike dealers. Not many cities do that. Oh, god damn, I fucking must have hurt my toe bad. It's fucking bad now. Shit. Fuck. Sometimes you get injured and you don't notice until an hour or two later. You're like, fuck. I think it's swelling up. Fuck, man. And you know what I did after I hit the telephone pole? I was like riding. It must have been comic books. I'm like, and it was loud. Because the bike mainly hit the pole. But there was a lady like coming down the street. And the reason I was going so fast is I wanted to get in front of the car that was coming on the street. So I hit the pole, like broke my foot, maybe my toe. And then I was like, ah! And like fell out, picking up me on my bike. And then there was a lady like watching it going slowly. I was like, it's you! It's your fault! And it wasn't her fault. It was my fault. But in the heat of the moment, I'm trying to work on it, dude. I have therapy again tomorrow. Should probably bring it up. Hey, I seem to have a issue. But I guess let's take a look at my injury. I might as well keep the live going because you can look at my dirty foot. Actually, my feet are clean. I washed them multiple times per day. See how bad it is. Alright. Oh, that's pretty fucking bad. God damn. I can barely even move it. Ooh, no feeling really. Definite contusion. I already don't have much feeling in my feet. That's why I didn't notice. It's all the pain. I don't mind the pain that much. I don't think. It's just something. It's like wearing a scarf. Ah, man. Wonder if I still have Obamacare. Oh, shit. I guess you want to see the difference. So this is the part that's the contusion. I can move it a little bit, but I can't really move the top or feel anything. Let's see about the comparison with the other foot. So this is the healthy foot. The healthy toe. This is the fucking one that just broke. Oh, no, 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 no. Hey, buddy. That little one dance. I can't dance and barely move. Oh, that's right. Shut up. All right. Ah, fucking toes. So one toe is busted, but I still got one good one. I guess it's gonna hurt for a little bit. The last time I had a contusion was with my jaw. I just led the movie Keanu, Aquarius, where Keanu got his name. And I was hanging out with this crazy guy, this crazy gigolo, and we were driving a brand new red Mercedes convertible, and he wanted to go to the movies, and I wanted to see Keanu, the movie. And so I went and saw the movie, and I had a bag of weed, and he wanted to smoke weed, but he wasn't like a weed smoker really, but he just really wanted weed. He was like an alcoholic basically. And we left the movie, and during the movie I got so into it, the movie Keanu, because it's about a little kitten, and I had just gotten Keanu the kitten, right? and Keanu looks like the cat in the movie, right? And so I was into the movie and like like all like getting like emotional and stuff, and I hadn't seen a movie in a long time, and so I was like emotional, and at one point I looked over at the guy, the friend that was with me, and he was just giving me the most disgusting look, like he wasn't even watching the movie. He was just like like, but I love cats, all right, and I just got the cat Keanu. And then we leave the movie, and I'm like, wow, that was such a great movie. I loved it. And then he's like, you know what? You should just give me all the weed in your pocket right now. And I was like, what? That's a fucked up thing to say. And he just then sucker punches me. And then he didn't take the weed though. And then he just left. And I thought I broke my jaw, but I went to the hospital a couple days later, and they said it was just a contusion. Thanks, Linnea. So yeah, that was the last time I had a contusion. So I've been pretty safe, no hurt bones or anything. But the ego, it hurts. It never helps, and you know, it's good to take things slow. Like I wouldn't be injured right now if I didn't leave aggressive and be like, I got to get in front of this car. You know, if I would have just been like, oh, cool, let them go, and just took my time, there would have been no injury. There's no reason for me to have even been in a hurry. So I one interesting thing about Austin is I like how it's very diverse, and black people are actually pretty cool, in my opinion, you know, compared to most, I don't know, I guess everybody's cool. But there does seem to be a problem with I don't know, statistically, I guess we shouldn't even talk about it, but yeah. I've become a lot more left-leaning since moving to Austin, no doubt about that. There must be something in the air or the water. In Hawaii, I'm like, Trump, yeah, fuck Biden. Now I'm like, tariffs, ugh. I once tweeted, I don't even say anything. I've never really said anything bad about Donald Trump, though, compared to Biden. I actually like Trump, but I wouldn't ever vote Republican. And I don't like but just about all the policies and stuff, but he knows better than me, so. I'm not taking sides, motherfuckers. I'm done with that shit. Let it fucking go, whatever. You don't have to take a side on everything. That's what people get confused about. How do you feel about this? I feel that. How do you feel about this? Oh, I feel like. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about abortion? I don't know. How do you feel about death penalty? How do you feel about gun restrictions? I don't know. Fuck it. I don't know. I don't got time to worry about that shit. I've never owned a gun or anything. I guess I've had, we'll talk about that. But, I'm not for anything anymore. Fuck it. I don't got time. Fuck it. I support cats. You don't have to take a side on everything. It took me a while to realize that shit. You don't have to have opinion. And then joining the mob. Yeah, let's get this guy. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Let's all get him. Fuck that too. See shit from your own point of view. I saw some video. There's a YouTube, like a famous YouTuber, Russian American. He was in the Philippines. And he was like, yeah. He was just like not doing that much, just like trying to be a menace, like lamely, like, you know, like walking in a fast food restaurant or acting like you're getting on the back of a motorcycle. Just simple ass like IRL streamer shit that they've been doing for years. But for whatever reason, the government got involved and it started to snowball. And like, you know, the way mob mentality works is like nobody does the Lisa Simpson impersonation. It's like, hey, stop for a minute, back it up, beep, beep, beep. But let's look at this situation, you know, objectively, you know. But apparently he's like already like well hated or loved, you know. But a lot of people hate that he's like rich and famous because they make a lot of money, the top live streamers and YouTubers and stuff. I just learned that recently. I didn't think that they made as much as they do, but apparently they do. And maybe I should have considered that back in the day. But regardless, the mob mentality, you look at every single comment, it's like, yeah, fuck this guy, let's kill him. And then the government's like, we're giving him 23 years. And everybody's like, yeah, give him 50 years. You know, and he's like, oh shoot. And it's like he didn't commit any violent crimes. Normally, if any country in the world, if you're in jail for more than a year, there's some sort of violence involved, you know, or like hardcore like tax evasion or squandering monies, like hardcore white collar crimes. But as far as blue collar crimes, there's not many countries where you go to jail for like 20 years for something that's not violent, you know. And in most countries, you murder in the United States and in Hawaii and other places, or you go to jail for like 10 years or some shit. And so like Lisa Simpson, my favorite Simpsons character, the one that I relate to the most, I can like totally see it. I'm like, hey, I don't know this person or anything, but another person, one of those streamers, actually contacted me maybe a year ago and asked my advice on his legal proceedings in Japan or something. Yeah, Japan. He just knew me for he was friends with Spidey, but and I told him the line from Kurt Cobain's Suicide: "It's better to burn out than fade away." You know, you're not going to keep topping yourself with annoying streamer behavior. It's better to just burn out and just do something totally different. And I had some herbal tea, so I'm a little stoned. I'm not staying on track here. But the point I was making is so many people are sheep, and like you got to look at things objectively. And like, oh, you're giving this YouTuber 20 years for, let me see the video. Oh, what did he do? Oh, you're getting him 20 years. Yeah, because they're going to set an example. Yeah, fuck setting an example. Nobody deserves to have their life set an example. Fuck your politics, you know? So it's like, you know, you want to be a rebel, think for yourself, you know? And most people don't do that. They just jump on the bandwagon. Lead me to believe that a lot of people have like secrets and shit that they like they act all like what's the word when somebody searches for like to try to make themselves look good or whatever. Anyways, like think for yourself. Most people don't do that. So it's a crazy world you live in, you know. I've never felt a part of it, you know. So the good thing is I've been able to think more objectively and stuff. Hi, Ryler. Hi, Alex Jones. You're one reason why I moved back to Austin, Alex. No, I'm just kidding. You would never even, you never talked to me when we were in the studio back in 2004. You didn't talk to anybody though, so you just talk business. But you're not Alex Jones either way, so I'm just but yeah, man. Hey, what's up, man? The scuff, man. I'm just sitting here chilling. I was working, and I was gonna deliver some packages. I realized how hurt my foot is, my toe. So I'm probably gonna put some ice on it. And I just wanted to go live. I wanted to say thank you to the very kind individual who got me a much better e-bike. So, but I'll just make a video for her. So. Yeah, there's an open mic. It starts in an hour, but I can't go anywhere right now. I gotta put some ice on my foot. So we'll have to make that one next week. I'll bring you along too. Also, I'll be live again, YouTube. Look for me.